Today, I'm going to show you how to activate and use the Seller Hub. The Seller Hub is the jumping off point for almost all of my eBay tutorials. The question is, how do you turn it on? And so what I'm going to do is show you how to do it, show you what it looks like, and show you what some of the benefits of it are. Let's jump right into it. If you're not currently using the eBay Seller Hub, this is a lot what your screen is going to look like. While it's very functional, it's not nearly as functional or as intuitive, in my opinion, as the Seller Hub. Turning it on is as simple as this right here. Up here on the right-hand side, you're going to see Switch to Seller Hub. Also, I'll put a link in the description that you can follow to turn on your Seller Hub that way. But right here, we're going to click on this. And it's going to ask me if I want to switch to the Seller Hub for all of my selling. And I do. So let's turn that on. Right here on the left-hand side, it's going to say start using the Seller Hub. You can go through and look at all of the different things on your own, but I'm going to detail some of those myself because, I mean, I really do like the Seller Hub. So let's start using the Seller Hub. This is the page that I open to. When I open eBay, I open straight to my Seller Hub. And I absolutely love it, and let's talk about why. You'll notice Seller Hub at the top, you've got these tabs here that you can open. We're on the overview. You can also go to orders, listings, marketing. We'll go through those, but I also want to talk to you first about what's on my main screen. The top left-hand side over here are tasks. If you have sold anything and you need to ship anything, it'll be right there. So let me pop over to the main store and I'll show you what that looks like. On my main store, I've already done my shipping for the day, but you'll see right here where it says tasks, print, labels, and ship. And so from my Seller Hub, I can jump off right there. If you look to the right, I have my sales. And you can see kind of what we've done for the last 90 days and the last 7 days. So you can look at your sales here, and on each one of these, if you click it, it'll take you to another screen with more information. On orders, this is where you can go back and look at all of the orders that you've already shipped and things like that. Scroll down a little bit. This is where you can see the listings. We're down to 850 listings. We don't run a lot of listings. We're normally between 1,000 and 1,200. It'll show you if you've got questions. It'll show you if you've got any auctions running. And you can see we don't run many auctions. You can look at your feedback, like right here. If you click on one of these, this is what it'll do. It'll take you to your feedback. Shortcuts is where you can go in and put in the link for what you want and add it and put your own title. Your seller level is down here. This is my current level is top rated. To get top rated plus, I would have to offer free returns for Melody and I. That's not something we've done. We've experimented with it. It didn't help a whole lot, and it cost me extra money. But you can see your transaction defect rate, your late shipment rate, how many of your items were uploaded with tracking on time and cases closed without seller resolution. Those are all really important for protecting your store. These are just various selling tools that you can have, your subscriptions, a lot of these things. I honestly don't use this tab a whole lot. Promotional offers are the things that eBay will send you that you can activate most of these by clicking on them. Traffic will tell you the traffic that's coming to your store, how it compares to previous quarters, previous months, your click-through rate, your listing page views. For people that run high-volume stores, this becomes very, very important. The selling announcements, I really encourage you to go through those. You'll know about some things coming up before you see somebody like me report it on YouTube. You can see a lot of those for yourself. For research, this is a lot of times that people use this to see how much is selling and how much they've sold for. The Terapeak is free with your eBay, and it goes back much further than just your regular sold listing. Let's go back up to the top and look at some of those tabs and see what those do. The first one is the overview. That's where we're at. But let's look at orders. I've got all orders, those awaiting payment, awaiting shipment, those that are paid and shipped, cancellations, returns. And so if you looked at returns, I'll open that one. I don't have any right now, But if you had any open returns, they would be right here. But you can also look at the returns that are in progress, returns that are shipped, and closed returns. For your listings, when you open this tab, it brings up all of your active listings. And from here, you can jump off and highlight things and go through and search for specific items. This is a jumping off place for doing some bulk editing. Marketing is going to be very, very important. On the left is the marketing. This is my main store, and you can see that there are going to be different options. When I go to marketing, if I go to promotions, and I'm going to go to promotions over here. If I go to promotions over here, on the left is a store. And if you're running a sale, like I do have some sales running right now, and those sales show up over here. On the right, which is the ChaChingKing one that I've really made to educate people with, you will notice that I can't run a sale because I don't have a store. That's one of the main differences here. So here we are at the marketing. And like I say, I can look at my markdown sales. This is where you would run your sales from. And I haven't used the buyers groups. I'm not paying for advertising or doing any of those kind of things. Old School Wear is our main store. But you can go through and change your branding on these. Branding doesn't make much of a difference unless you're selling a brand. Performance, when you click here, I love these kind of pages. I'm an analytics guy. I like to go through and see what's working and what's not working. But it will break down a lot of what your selling costs are, what your eBay fees are. There's going to be some redundancy. Like here, obviously I can go into the seller level again and those kind of things, and the traffic and the sales. And on the payments, I want to make sure it's not showing individual customer stuff. When you sign up for eBay as a seller, you're going to be put into the eBay managed payment system. I signed up for daily payouts. You wouldn't have to. I think you can do weekly as well. It'll show if you have money that's due, money that's coming in, money that's been deposited. You can go look at your payouts. Over on the left-hand side of the screen are the payouts, and that would show you the money that's been sent to your bank account. When you go to research, you'll get a Terapeak overview. And that may be very handy. If you're brand new to selling, then it may benefit you to go through and look at. Melody and I pay for WorthPoint. We really like WorthPoint. We get a lot of unique items that haven't sold in the last year or two. Sometimes ours need to go back 10 years. And so we use WorthPoint, we use Google Lens. But you can go through here and look up individual items to see what applies to you, when they've sold and how much they've sold for. We don't have a lot of templates and things like that uploaded. I am going to be doing a video for some of the business templates that you can use, primarily for the shipping template. You go here and for orders, for listings, and you can select a payment type. If you sell a lot of similar items, very beneficial to go through and set up templates to help you get those done. And that's the Seller Hub. I absolutely love it. I use this as a jumping off place for almost all of my beginner tutorials. So if you're interested in getting started and running your own eBay business, I've got an entire playlist full of beginner tutorials. Click right here.